Hi, in this lesson we're going to learn how to solve exponential equations using some of the skills that we've attained in this unit so far. Okay, so here you can see our essential question: how do I solve exponential and logarithmic equations? This lesson we're just going to focus on just the exponential, and in the next video you'll see how to do logarithmic equations. So what have we learned so far? We've learned what an exponential function is. That's that, and another form of that, which would be this one. And then we've learned how to convert from exponential form to logarithmic form, which is right here. And then we've learned about 4 different logarithmic properties. Okay, so we're going to take these skills and apply them. And we're going to solve this problem right here. So it says solve each exponential equation using logarithms, round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so you can see here I have an exponential equation. You want to first, before you begin, see if they're simplified. And if they are, then you can go ahead and try to use some of your logarithmic skills. So this one, there's nothing else I can do to this equation. So I can convert this to a logarithm. Remember, logarithms are exponents. We're trying to figure out what that exponent is. So that's why we want to use a logarithm. So I'm going to say log base 4 of 130 equals x minus 1. And you've had a lot of practice converting by now, so hopefully that makes sense. And so at this point, we want to know, what does this right here equal? And in one of your previous assignments, you used the change of base formula to figure that out. So we're going to figure out what is log of 130 divided by log 4. That'll give us our answer for that. So we're going to need our calculator. Okay, so log 130, close the parenthesis here, don't forget that part, divided by log 4. And we get 3.51. Remember to round to 2 decimal places. Okay, so this right here is 3.51. Remember, that means 4 to the 3.51 power will give us 130. Equals x minus 1. And then you just have a one-step equation to solve this. We just want to get the x by itself, so we're just going to add 1 to both sides. And now I get 4.51 equals x. And you'll notice this answer now is quite a bit more accurate than what we were looking at before. If I were to try to solve this for x up here, before we had to use the graph, we had a couple different methods, and those were not always the most accurate. So if you put that in for x, that would give you 130. All right, let's try another one. So this is the same kind of problem, just a little bit more going on. And again, I don't see anything I can do in terms of simplification right off the bat, so I'm going to go ahead and use my conversion to a logarithm. So I'd have log base 5 of 50 equals the exponent, which is 5x minus 6. Okay, so once again, I need to know what log base 5 of 50 is. So I'm going to use the change of base formula that you got lots of practice with and figure out what that is. So let's type that in. Log 50 divided by log 5. We get 2.43. All right. So again, this right here is 2.43 equals 5x minus 6. We're going to add 6 to both sides first, solving this two-step equation. I get 8.43 equals 5x. And then lastly, I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. So now I'm just going to type that into my calculator. So 8.43 divided by 5. I get 1.686. I want to round that to the nearest hundredth, so that's going to be 1.69. Oops. So I have 1.69. And once again, I have a much more accurate answer here than what I started with. And that's how you solve an exponential equation.